Welcome back to Disco Elysium. We just found out that we couldn't use the advanced theory to actually get the guy to help us. But we did get a way to actually get the alcohol. So I'm going to get instead get him to help.
A pleasure as always.
Could you help me get a dead body down from the tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt, a steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Say nothing.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
He picks up the handset of a radio phone on his right, then clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And, Jean, please take it easy with the race science. He's had enough of that.
He hangs up and turns back to you.
You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you.
Are you gonna ask me how I got in? Nah, I'm good. Alright. Go, 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 go! Onward! Now what's this?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
Alright, what the heck is... I do not know any French.
Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Ah, thank you, Encyclopedia. Press on.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Alright. Why does it feel like it's gonna fall? Okay.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down.
Okay.
The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
Okay.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Which was satisfying. Alright, leave. Yeah, it was kind of satisfying. It almost felt like this was going to fall, but now I wonder what's in here.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
There's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe. I can't tell. I think we should investigate
You
further.
do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from a crane. Is the conjurer in there? It was hanging from a crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Knock on the door. No, wait. Open the
You
door.
attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked.
Yeah.
To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Knock on the door.
No reply.
Persuade the door to open. It's a white check. Okay. I'll do that. I can get back one if I remove the hat, but that's still going to be a damn near impossible. So I'm just going to leave it be. I will come back for you. That's something we'll come back to. Alright, let's keep moving. Alright, let's see if we can get him to help us now.
The unpromising race pupil returns. So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
He is a tough man.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Then, what if we don't want it? Okay then, waits here while Measurehead goes.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Alright.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
Alright.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah, we learn him. Apparently so. Apparently so.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
Hey, Cody.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Oh, he's probably breaking the tree.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everett's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your
Don't you
clothes
think-
4 sizes too small for you?
This guy mean. I work with whoever I want. Yes, I'm unbelievable con. I'm corrupt. Anything I get. That's not. I'll work with whoever I want. That's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
You don't want to mess with this guy. I thought I was going to have to pull out that magazine, but no, he's done it. I got my conversations. Alright, it's finally
The
done.
corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
He brushes wood flakes off his bare hands. There has been no side choosing. We did what we had to keep order. Thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a Union man from now on.
Leave. Alright. Onward! See what Kuno has to say about all of this. I will talk to... Actually, probably should talk to this guy here.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Harris said you have a key.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I was hoping you would tell me.
Of course, I got you. You don't know anything.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I heard something about a weasel, and it ain't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm opening this door for myself. I'm opening it all for all working men. Yeah, let's go with, I heard there's something about a weasel. Local polar weasel, if you know what I mean.
Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist friend.
Ah,
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
alright,
Okay,
fine.
but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess with him. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel version? Oh, got it.
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker, see. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
He is, and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share.
Aye.
He seemed pleased with himself. Wait, so not wages or pensions, or how large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Sebastian, what can you tell me about him? Dr. Becher, let me ask you something else.
Sure thing.
Good talk. Alright. Go, 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 go! Alright, let's see what they have to say. Actually, I want something.
You see a set of tire tracks.
Still okay. Hey, what's up, Kuna?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
By the way, Kipped is a racial slur.
Belongs to the past. Total retards use language like that. Congratulations, Kuna, you just made yourself a retard. Oh yeah, kids. What do you mean, desert kip? Oh, so sir. Wish I could have been to see it. I asked some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't.
Alright, let's do our investigation on this.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Oh, it's down. Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Right.
The
Let's get
fuck
to
are
it.
they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Cut his shit up. Do we have someone else for this? Got
The
it.
lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly feel? Tell me something, dead man. First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Actually, it appears I have forgotten. Katrina, let's get in there. I forgotten.
Fine. It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes notes, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
Do we need a scalpel for it?
A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
Alright. Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Alright, take out your ledger.
Yes, you see, the field autopsy form is the one on red copier paper.
Open up your ledger to the field autopsy. Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Nothing.
Come back later, Corporal. And the dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
Begin. Assistant.
That's you.
Harry Dubois.
the corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
2. Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
Write it down.
Next,
Name.
NA. Next,
Next. Date
NA.
of birth. Age.
Roughly 50.
Ooh.
dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm going to... Well, my thing was actually correct, and I'm glad I had the glasses because they helped me. Write 42.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
The little monster exclaims energetically.
Male.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Alright.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Alright, let's write that down.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Great, no treatment. No
A
treatment.
silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Road, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Oh man, this is like, you getting like, pieces of the past?
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else.
Man, it's like, I'm getting like, visions of what my other cops are doing.
The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one.
Oh hey, Shivers, you haven't been showing up a lot.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
Oh man, this is like, almost like saying a prayer. It's like, just give them one last breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Alright, turn
The
the page.
corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Alright, turn the page. External examination summary, internal description of injury summary.
I'm afraid we can't continue before we've gone through both the external
Okay,
and
right.
internal clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
Turns the bodies onto the side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Shut up, Kuno.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
It ain't white no more.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Shut up, you two.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Alright.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Write it down.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a microelectronical circuit board. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it
The
down.
deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
I'll write it down.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse hair before moving on. Write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
So you saying your stone throws were about as strong as a pistol? Because I think I did more damage to this thing than you did.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Yeah,
You get your mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
Steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
May I try?
It's no use. We should get chain cutters. You can try with them. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
Let's go get them.
Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
Lieutenant gets up and brushes his pants. Alright. Let's go. I'm thinking... Actually, I want to know. I can go ahead and level up. Wait, what's my... Oh, hey, I'm almost close to the thing. Probably when I finish it. Actually... Violation, endurance... Like composure, endurance, reaction speed... Visual calculation. Level up. Boop. Alright, let's go pick up the thing.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out, a metallic drawer slides out from under the seat. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belt. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on its...
Close that door. Alright. Since I'm here, I might as well try and see if I can get this going.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza.
See if I can figure this out. And roll.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber.
Alright, start, crash, move back, and move out.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
seems to be the case. Drove through the fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Somehow that makes you feel scared. You don't know why.
Is this going to be the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
I think I got it. Thanks. Alright, let's see if we can do something else now. And...
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots.
Roll it!
Anywhere from maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good at this, ain't
You're
I?
not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
Count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
So number 7 was carrying the body.
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
And tracks your eye movement. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Then you guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Hey, Prince, aberration of one soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul. Someone
Yes?
operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer. Don't say anything, just nod.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
I'm not gonna say anything, man. It's all good.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Actually, interesting. Only I had come up with that idea. Not thoughtful.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent. The lieutenant writes information down in his notebook, then mutters to himself, pointing to the tracks. The heavy one.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
Light step.
A woman or a kid?
I don't think there's any way to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
How old do you think these
A
tracks are?
week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
Right.
It is not impossible.
How do you
I
know?
pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
No, the day of his hanging.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree.
Right.
Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
Alright. I guess we're good here. Now back to what we're doing.
The rotting man lies. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Cut with as much precision as you can, please.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Nope.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Shoot, I kind of need to... I'm not going to cut this. I'm looking for a good spot. Not your pig.
You are? You're Kuno's pig?
Looking for a good
The
spot.
belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there, steady now, like a flower arranger. Two cuts,
shoot.
and it should come
Stupid
loose.
argument with Kuno. Interfacing with getting instruction. Okay. Come on.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Oof.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled over, running his finger across the dark red groove until there's a gap.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
Pulls down the man's underpants.
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Oh, must have gotten hit some
In
hard.
addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
The scarring is extensive, way more than a law officials.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last
Right
item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand and is expecting it, then moving over to the other hand. Let the lieutenant work.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were you expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Alright then.
That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
I may add the moral of the story.
What would that be?
He looks at you inquisitively.
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Alright, NA.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Write it down.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins prying open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
He wipes his brow. Alright, don't we have anything? Alright.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Alright.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Write it down.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to see the ground. A pool of feces there.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the corpse bloated lower abdomen briefly. Write it down. Voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries now that we fully
Let's
examined
see.
the body.
We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Right.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
What about the incident we have affected?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I inflicted them.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his line. I don't think we should mention that. Better not to muddy the waters.
I agree, the waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
No, it's improving.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Alright.
And your opinion, officer?
Opinion. Fatal injury. Non-fatal. Post-mortem? Post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Constitution?
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal. Post-mortem.
Right. Next,
Leonard,
a
finish
dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Oof, it means he couldn't even fight back.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
I guess it's broken.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Alright. Yeah. First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Alright, good.
Oh yeah. Well done, Master Detective. Maybe A drink is in order?
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
Rip out a copy of the
for
autopsy.
processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Legendary.
I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Perception. Oof. Body. Search the body one more time thoroughly. We'll come back to this later. Alright then, we'll continue this on into the next part. I think we got quite a few things going here. Well then. Like, favorite, and subscribe if you made it to this part. Until next time. Bye.